Hey guys, John with JRSP, John Rally Self-Protection. Also, the founder of the Cyrdo Method, and JYD, Johnson Yawardo, head coach and advisor for those methods. And I'm also a certified Medusa Edge weapon instructor. And I'm also a fist load and palm stick specialist of over 20 years. Thank you to everybody who has supported the channel by purchasing a JRSP handler. We still have some available in red, but they're going out the door quickly. If you're interested in that, go hit me up at the JRSP Instagram page. So Tacficin makes super comfortable polos. This of course is not one of them. This is an Amazon polo. I don't work at Amazon currently. I am a full-time park ranger, but I still have my polo that I had when I first worked there. But Tacficin makes better polos, 50 UPF plus sun protection. I only support companies that I'm 100% behind. Okay, I am wearing Tacficin shorts. I have several Tacficin polos and several Tacficin shirts, and then I have a Tacficin jacket. I love every single thing that I have bought from Tacficin. I bought everything that I have that is Tacficin. I bought it before I ever became affiliate for this company. I may drop the link in the description, I may not, but like if you use my link and you buy something from Tacficin, maybe I'll get a kickback. If that's something you're interested in, like tactical clothing, Tacficin makes a lot of good clothing. But this video is about the Colonel Blades NCO LowVz or something like that. I said that I didn't know if I was going to end up buying this blade or the Regimen Blades version, like that is made by Al Savidi. Apparently Al Savidi designed this knife, so the claims are, or whatever, and I'm not going to get into the controversy of all this. Apparently there was some type of fallout or with the dude who runs Colonel Blades now. Nobody's really ever come out and talked about actually what happened. But maybe it's out there. Maybe I just have overlooked it. If anybody knows, feel free to go to the JRSP Instagram page and tell me exactly what happened. Apparently, what they say, this could be 100% wrong or whatever, but I mean, Al Savidi does not have anything to do with Colonel Blades anymore. He has his own company, and he only focuses on this design right here, where Colonel Blades has a bunch of designs now, a lot more variety. So if that's what you're looking for, you may want to go with Colonel Blades. If you're just a hardcore Al Savidi supporter and you like this design right here, go for Regimen Blades. But I went for Colonel Blades because as the years went by and I started doing more stuff with knives and whatever, and like I realized I didn't really like this design for a lot of reasons, but I bought it just to compare. Now that I have it in my hands, I can tell you, like, what I didn't like about it is solidified, and I can tell you I probably will never carry this knife. Over the years, realized I don't like useless retention rings, and I don't feel that this retention ring was required. I feel that it's absolutely kind of useless, and it creates several issues that create a problem with how I carry. Because if you've watched this channel, you know that I like to carry down in the pocket. That's why I like the Takumi Tak Muted or the K-Bar TDI. I carry down in the pocket, and I don't like Icy Mike. I don't watch his channel that often. I've watched a lot of Icy Mike videos, but never all the way through, because to me, nothing against Icy Mike, I'll go as far to say it's just a me problem, okay? And maybe if I met Icy Mike in person, like, maybe we would hit it off and he'd be a great dude. But he just comes across for one, he was a cop, and I absolutely support the blue 100%. But one of these things that you have when you have former cops that are getting into martial arts or the self-defense world, what you have is these guys who think, oh, because I was a cop, I know everything. Icy Mike is not just, oh, he was a cop, he's also this little short dude who has this attitude of like, oh, I'm right just because I said I was right, and you're an idiot if you try and say that I'm not right, and you're stupid just because you don't agree with me. You know what I mean? He comes across as that guy. And then on top of that, he's a cop who, well, and they always refer back to, well, when I was a cop, I was a cop. Dominic Izzo is that same type of dude. I have to say I like Dominic Izzo a little bit more than Icy Mike, and I've never really been such a huge fan of Dominic Izzo, even though I've followed him for years. I can somehow manage to watch a whole Dominic Izzo video. I can't watch a whole Icy Mike video because he's like a natural light beer to me. Like, I do not like natural light. Okay, I could drink natural light to the middle, but when I get to the middle, I'm like, I don't want no more of this. I don't want to drink any more of this. And I've always said that natural light is a half-drunk beer. I'm not trying to offend Icy Mike or anything, but I've followed Icy Mike for years. How I stumbled onto Icy Mike, Street Beef's Facebook group. He had this beef with this dude that they called the Dragon, and I followed him like since then. But came across as cocky back then as well. He's like a half-drunk beer, man. Like, I've watched a lot of Icy Mike videos, but I don't watch them all the way through because it's like you get to halfway and then you're like, yeah, I don't want no more of this. I don't need no more of this. Like, I've drank all I need to drink of this to know that I don't really like it. 100%. If Icy Mike ever comes across this video, I doubt he will because I'm a small channel. But I don't think that he's a bad dude. I don't think that the problem is with him. I think it's a me problem. But he has said some stuff that ultimately had good points. And he did a collab with this dude from Scallywag, which I don't like that dude either. Like, it's probably me, dude. I do not like Scallywag Tactical, and I don't like the dude who like is representing that, and it's a me thing. But he did a collab with that dude, and like it was something that Icy Mike said, and I've gone on way too much or way too long over Icy Mike. He said that if it's not comfortable, you're not gonna carry it, okay? And that's 110% true, okay? And that's ultimately my issue with this right here, okay? For me, I carry a certain way. Now, a lot of people, this may be 110% comfortable for you. Icy Mike might even like this knife. I don't know if he's ever reviewed it or anything, but Icy Mike is a gun dude. And Alciviti, I think, Alciviti, or Alcivati, or whatever, however he pronounces the name. Like, he's on the record somewhere on YouTube saying that he designed this knife for gun guys, okay, because so they can carry it down here like this right here, and then also you can draw it like a gun and you can use it. And I've seen him do stuff where he's like doing stuff which I think personally is stupid, but that's just me. It's like, I'm whatever. But for me, there's no way that I would carry this knife in its current sheath configuration where it's gonna work, since I carry it down in a pocket, and the knife is heavy, a lot heavier than what I would prefer, okay? It's not like so heavy, but since I'm a guy who doesn't like to be over encumbered, I can feel that weight. And that's why something like the K-Bar TDI, like, I carried these for years. So small, so light. The sheath, I don't have to overextend my thumb and cause me like wrist tendon problems to get the knife out of the sheath. The knife comes out of the sheath. I just press gently, the knife's out of the sheath. It's super secure, but then if I just put it in my pocket, it rides super well. And if I need it, I can just pull it out of the pocket and it's right there, already in your heart, unfortunately, for you. But super light. Talk to me, talk muted as well. In the pocket. Carries well in the pocket. It just rides how it's designed. Okay. Sheath, I can pull it out of the pocket, and once again, you're going to the hospital. So, in the words of Icy Mike, who I don't particularly like, you're not going to carry something if you can't find a comfortable way to carry it. I'm a big guy, okay? Like, carrying them like on the belt, or also I've tried to carry in so many different ways, and it just never was comfortable for me. And there is no way that I feel like I'm going to carry this knife that it's going to be comfortable, even if maybe if they designed this sheath a little better where it came up further, but I don't know if they can. I guess they designed it this way because of this pointless retention ring that they have here. And you guys know how I feel about retention rings. I don't hate retention rings, but if they're like completely pointless on a device, then I'm not for them. Like my concept primate, the retention ring has a use, you know, like and it's useful for when I'm using the device. I can lock it onto the pinky if I'm doing something like that where I don't drop it. Okay, this is a super useful thing right here. I love these concept primates. I have several of them, and thank you Hanu to Kishin for donating the concept Fenrir and the concept black out primate that I have as well. You know, that's something, you know, being a small channel, I don't receive a lot of love from a lot of people, like, you know, and that meant a lot, Hanu Kishin. So thank you for that. But yeah, the retention ring on this, useful. The retention ring on this, I do not understand it. Like, and it's like, the only thing I could think of is like, because Alcibity said he made it for shooters, is that you know, maybe he was, oh, you know, it's like a trigger guard or something. I don't know, because that's kind of what it feels like to me. I've not really watched, like, I guess, in-depth videos of him talking to why he did that. Like, but I feel if they would have not did that and, you know, brought this blade down here and brought the handle up and removed this retention ring, I feel this would have been 100% better blade. And then made the knife sheath a little bit better, like with maybe even a thumb plate, whatever they call those things that, you know, like where you can just slide the sheath off with your thumb. Maybe if they would have did that, maybe I would feel a lot different about this blade, but I don't. So I'm probably never going to carry this in the wild. I'll tell you that, guys, much right now. So me personally, not a big fan. I don't feel that this knife is better than either one of these, okay? Especially not, I mean, this is harder to find. You can still probably find the K-Bar TDI. I don't carry either one of those anymore. I carry the Odin Wolf W Mini. So small, and it's not even a defensive blade. A lot of these Piper guys, like Piper, Western Piper, or Piper in general, okay, a lot of Piper guys are also part of Medusa. My instructor who like certified me to be a Medusa instructor, Brian Kanata, he's a Piper guy, okay, and I'm not saying nothing bad about Piper because I don't really know anything about it other than what like Brian Kanata explained to me. But I got too much on my plate to add, you know, the Piper method to it. But basically the Piper method, from what I've seen and what Brian Kanata told me, it's based upon this, what I would say is a super crappy knife. I've owned versions of this knife from Cold Steel called the Cold Steel Kudu, okay? And they're like based on the like African Okapi, which that is what the Piper system is based upon. Like that is the knife that system is built around, the Okapi knife, which I would not ever in any universe decide to trust my life with an Okapi knife. If the Cold Steel Kudu is a good representation of it, like I've had several Cold Steel Kudus, both versions of it. There's the folder ones and the ones that have the ratchet lock, and they are garbage knives. Okay, like those things break. I broke tips. The ratchet like mechanisms have broken those things. They are garbage, and I just do not see the genuine article being much better. So, but they're like trusting their lives to their copy. Okay, so I feel trusting my life to this Odin Wolf W Mini, which says it's D2, but I kind of doubt it. But this is 100% like it's full tang all the way through, small blade right here. And what's great about this knife, it's super lightweight, so it's not over encumbering me. And what I love about it is that you can turn this knife around into Pakal grip, guys. And it works flawlessly in Pakal grip. And since I'm an avid reader and listener of The Mall by Gavin Coleman and Shock Holloway, dude, I'm telling you, like, I incorporate that into my Medusa practice. And the Medusa system doesn't believe in slashing. Okay, there's none of this in the Medusa system. It's all stabbing. It's based on the American prison, or violence in the American prison system. There's no freaking slashing. But in the Mall, since they are like they lean heavily on the Pakal knife, okay, or Pakal grip. Well, they like Pakal knives, but Pakal isn't a knife, it's a grip, okay, and this knife shines in that grip. But the Mall, they lean heavily on that. And when I incorporate that into my Medusa training right here, I can do all my stabbing and all the zones, okay? But if I need to transition, like, Pakal means to rip and tear in the, like, don't even ask me to pronounce it. In some Filipino dialect or whatever, it means to rip or tear. So if I'm stabbing and I need to transition, I can just rip down, rip. I don't even feel that slashing as much as it's ripping and tearing. So that is why I prefer this knife right here. And you can do so much right here, and it rides perfect in the pocket. It's super, super, like, concealable, and it's not a single purpose knife. This knife wasn't designed to be a defensive knife. It's not marketed as a defensive knife. It's more of just a utility knife, if anything. So if you have this and you end up having to use it to defend your life, if you're in the second fight, like, you're in court over it, like, they can't be like, oh, and he had a knife that was specifically meant to kill somebody. So that is why I like to carry this knife. But yeah, oh, I don't even know if we talked about this right here. Okay, we're gonna have to talk about this in the next video, because this video has gone on real long. But this is actually the star of the show when it comes to Colonel blades. I won't be buying any more of these, but I'll definitely be buying some more of these. So, and this is a tactical pen that came in the bundle that I got for less than what you're gonna pay just to get one of these knives over at Regiment Blades. So yeah, guys, I'm John with JRP. Always remember, the world's a big place. All the danger is very real. It's always better to be paranoid and alive than complacent and dead. But I don't expect you to live your life in paranoia. I don't consider myself to be paranoid. I consider myself to be paranoid. Always remember that majority of you are going to go through your whole lives without ever having to come into a situation that is going to cost you your life or your freedoms. But when your back is against the wall and you have to protect your family or yourself, you got to do what you got to do. So, but always remember, at the end of the day, it's always better just to walk away. You guys take it easy.